Lightworker of Gaia, someone powerful has chosen you, and a major offer is moving toward your path because your original blueprint is ready to be recognized. Your ancestral mission has brought you to this moment, and the first light within you is preparing to serve with greater purpose. I am Zoran, emissary of the High Council of Vega, keepers of the Lyran Legacy. By the end of this transmission, you'll understand exactly how to recognize your ancestral mission and anchor your Lightworker purpose on Gaia. But here's the first revelation. This powerful presence is not approaching you by accident. Your soul's ancient contract has made you visible to those who can advance your sacred mission. The Keepers of Vega placed this message in your path. What appears to be an offer may be a gateway into your galactic heritage, calling you to act with courage, discernment, and ancestral wisdom. Like this transmission to send a signal to the Lyran Council, I am ready to serve. Subscribe if you feel the call of your ancestral mission, and you're ready to fulfill your purpose on Gaia. You are awakening because your mission has begun. If something in you just recognized the weight of what was spoken, the elders have prepared your next step. The Lightworker Mission Codex contains the 33 Council directives, the 5 activation codes, and the elder authorization your soul has been waiting to receive, not as information, but as the official commission for your mission on Gaia. You'll find the link in the first pinned comment below this video. The Council has opened this gateway, but not indefinitely. Now listen carefully, because the offer approaching you may not arrive in the form you expected. It may not come with dramatic signs, public recognition, or a person announcing that they have identified your destiny. It may appear as a conversation, an invitation, a collaboration, a resource, a position, a connection, or a door that makes you question whether you are truly prepared to walk through it. Sometimes destiny does not thunder. Sometimes it arrives quietly, disguised as an ordinary message, a practical meeting, or a simple request that carries an unusual weight in your spirit. The Council is correcting your interpretation before the opportunity reaches you. You have been trained to believe that a powerful person will come to save you from obscurity. You have imagined that someone with greater influence, greater wealth, greater authority, or greater visibility would recognize your potential and remove the obstacles between you and your mission. But the offer being prepared is not designed to rescue you from your life. It is designed to reveal whether you have become capable of carrying the responsibility you have repeatedly requested. This distinction matters. A door can open and still require wisdom. A blessing can arrive and still demand boundaries. A person can be sent to assist you without being appointed to govern you. A powerful person may recognize your gift, but they cannot activate what you continue to deny. They may open a door, but they cannot walk through it for you. They may provide access, funding, mentorship, partnership, or a platform, but they cannot supply the discipline, discernment, integrity, and courage that your assignment requires. Those qualities must already be taking root within you, like deep roots beneath a tree that has not yet been seen by the world. The person approaching you has been observing more than your talent. They have been observing your consistency. They have been observing whether your words match your conduct when no one is applauding, whether you continue working when confirmation is absent, and whether you can remain faithful during the long silence between planting and harvest. They have been observing whether you can receive support without surrendering your authority, and whether you can accept opportunity without turning another human being into a savior. This is why the Council is speaking now. The planetary field has entered a phase in which dormant lightworkers are being brought into contact with the people, systems, and resources capable of accelerating their service. But acceleration without alignment becomes destruction. A larger platform magnifies confusion. More money magnifies the way you already relate to power. Greater visibility magnifies both your integrity and your unexamined wounds. Scripture says that a lamp is not lit to be hidden beneath a basket, but a lamp must also be protected from the wind. Visibility is sacred when it serves the light, yet dangerous when it becomes a substitute for the light. You are not being prepared merely to receive an offer. You are being prepared to discern the offer. There is a distortion running through the Lightworker collective that the Council will no longer permit to direct your choices. It is the belief that anything arriving through a powerful person must automatically be sacred, destined, and beyond question. This is not discernment. It is spiritual dependency, wearing the clothing of faith. Some of you have spent years asking the universe to send the right person. And when someone finally appears with influence or resources, you become willing to abandon your boundaries to keep their attention. You call anxiety intuition because you're afraid to lose the opportunity. You call control mentorship because you want to believe the person knows more than you. You call self-abandonment humility because you have been taught that service requires you to accept whatever is offered without evaluating the cost. This teaching did not come from the elders. It came from wounded healer culture, scarcity programming, and the fear that if you ask questions, negotiate terms, request clarity, or protect your energy, the blessing will disappear. It came from the old belief that power belongs to other people, and that your role is to be grateful for whatever portion of access they decide to give you. You were not sent to Gaia to become dependent on gatekeepers. You were sent to become a trustworthy gate through which higher purpose could move. A river does not worship the channel through which it passes. It simply remains faithful to its source and keeps moving toward the place where it is needed. The powerful person may be genuine, the offer may be aligned, the opportunity may carry real potential, but your assignment is not to worship the messenger. Your assignment is to evaluate the message, the terms, the timing, and the fruit it produces in your life. As the teaching says, you will know a tree by its fruit. Do not be hypnotized by appearance while ignoring the harvest created by the relationship. If the offer requires you to betray your values, silence your truth, conceal your identity, abandon your health, exploit vulnerable people, or remain permanently indebted to another person's approval, it is not the opportunity your soul requested. If it asks you to move quickly so that you cannot think, consult, read, negotiate, or pray, you are not being tested for faith. You are being pressured to surrender discernment. Anything genuinely aligned can survive a pause, a question, a written agreement, and the clear light of examination. The Council is not instructing you to reject support. The Council is instructing you to receive support from a position of sovereignty. This is why you may have felt restless, delayed, or repeatedly placed in situations where you had to build without assistance. You were not being punished. You were being trained to distinguish partnership from rescue, access from authority, generosity from control, and recognition from ownership. The wilderness did not mean that you had been forgotten. It taught you what belongs to you when applause, comfort, and external proof are removed. You have been asking for someone powerful to choose you. The deeper question is whether you have chosen yourself strongly enough to remain yourself after they do. That is where the correction becomes personal. You have sometimes hidden your work until it was flawless. You have softened your message until it became harmless. You have waited for people with authority to validate what you already knew. You have given more than was requested, accepted less than was deserved, and then called the exhaustion proof that your mission was noble. It was not nobility. It was misalignment. The mission does not require you to become depleted so that another person can feel powerful. It does not require you to pretend confusion in order to remain acceptable. It does not require you to make yourself smaller so that someone else's generosity can appear larger. Even sacred vessels must be filled, cleaned, and protected. A cracked vessel cannot carry water indefinitely, no matter how sincere its intention. The offer coming toward you will expose this pattern. It will ask you to stand in a different posture, not arrogant, not suspicious, not desperate, prepared. You can be humble without being helpless, open without being naive, and grateful without becoming owned. The High Council of Vega issues 3 directives for this phase of your mission. The first directive is this: release the need to be rescued by the person who recognizes your potential. You are permitted to welcome assistance, but you are forbidden from making another human being responsible for your activation. Release the fantasy that one conversation, one contract, one mentor, one investor, one benefactor, or one powerful connection will erase every consequence of your previous hesitation. That fantasy has kept you waiting at the edge of your own authority. It is caused due to overvalue people who possess access while undervaluing the capacity already entrusted to you. It has made you perform for recognition instead of serving from conviction. The person who chooses you is not your source. They are one possible instrument within a larger movement already underway. Your source is deeper than any individual, and what is truly assigned to you cannot be permanently withheld by a gatekeeper. When you release the need to be rescued, your posture changes. You stop asking, "What must I become so they will keep me?" and begin asking, "Does this relationship honor the work I came here to complete?" You stop accepting vague promises because you are afraid there will never be another opportunity. You stop confusing urgency with destiny. Implement this directive by writing down what you are prepared to contribute before you consider what the offer may provide. Name your skills, your boundaries, your minimum standards, your non-negotiable values, and the responsibilities you are willing to carry. Then identify what you will not surrender for access. Do this before the conversation, before the meeting, before the message arrives. You will not enter the next doorway as a beggar waiting to be approved. You will enter as a commissioned being evaluating whether the doorway serves the mission. The second directive is this: activate your capacity to receive without distortion. You have practiced giving, you have practiced enduring, you have practiced surviving with little, but receiving is not yet stable within your field. When support approaches, one part of you longs for it, while another part prepares to reject it. You may minimize your needs, apologize for your standards, or assume that accepting help makes you less spiritual. The Council corrects this now. Abundance is not measured only by what you can give away. It is also measured by whether you can allow the right resources to reach the work they were meant to strengthen. If your mission requires tools, time, money, training, protection, collaboration, or visibility, then receiving those resources is not selfish, it is operational responsibility. Even the disciples received hospitality, even Moses required Aaron, even Paul moved through networks of fellow workers. Sacred service has never meant isolated service. You cannot build a durable structure while treating every form of support as a moral danger. Activate your receiving capacity through precision. When an offer comes, do not respond only with excitement or fear. Ask what is being offered, what is expected, what is documented, what is owned, what is shared, what is reversible, and what consequences follow from agreement. Let gratitude and intelligence stand beside one another. You may say, "Thank you, I need time to review this." You may ask for the terms in writing. You may consult someone qualified. You may negotiate. You may decline one part while accepting another. You may receive without becoming subordinate. These actions do not close the spiritual channel, they clarify it. The shift will be profound. You will no longer treat your own needs as evidence that you are unworthy of the opportunity. You will no longer assume that being chosen means becoming available without limit. You will learn that a clean agreement can carry more light than an emotional promise. The offer is not only testing whether you can attract opportunity, it is testing whether you can hold it responsibly. The third directive is this: protect the mission from premature exposure and unexamined allegiance. Not every detail should be shared before it is established. Not every person who celebrates your possibility has earned access to its formation. Not every powerful connection should be announced before its commitments are clear. You have been conditioned to reveal your plans in exchange for encouragement, allowing the excitement of being noticed to scatter energy that should have been directed into preparation. The Council is not commanding secrecy rooted in fear. The Council is commanding stewardship rooted in maturity. Protect what is forming. Protect the early conversation. Protect the terms until they are understood. Protect the names, timelines, concepts, and creative structures that require quiet development. Protect your body from the pressure to perform certainty before certainty has been earned. You do not owe the public a live broadcast of every stage of your becoming. Create a private record of the opportunity. Write down what was said, what was promised, what remains unclear, and what your inner state felt like before, during, and after the exchange. Share the information only with people whose wisdom is relevant, whose motives are clean, and whose advice does not require you to become smaller. Do not let excitement make you careless. Do not let fear make you suspicious of every blessing. Protect the mission by remaining present. When you follow this directive, the offer becomes a relationship to evaluate rather than a fantasy to defend. You become available to cooperation without becoming possessed by the desire to be chosen. You can let the right person come closer while still belonging fully to yourself. Now I speak not as teacher, but as elder authorized to release what has been held. You have waited longer than most people know. You have waited through seasons when your work was invisible, when your effort seemed to produce no external evidence, when people with less preparation appeared to move ahead of you. You have waited while carrying an internal certainty that you could not prove to anyone else. You were waiting for recognition, for someone with sufficient authority to confirm that your work mattered, for a person powerful enough to make others take you seriously. You were also waiting for assurance that receiving power would not corrupt you. Hear this clearly. By the authority of the High Council of Vega and the keepers of the Lyran Legacy, you are authorized to be recognized without becoming dependent on recognition. You are authorized to receive powerful support without surrendering your discernment. You are authorized to negotiate, to ask questions, to set terms, to protect your work, and to walk away from what does not honor the mission. You are authorized to be chosen. You are authorized to choose in return. You are authorized to stand in a room with people who possess influence, and remember that influence is not the same as wisdom. Wealth is not the same as worth. Status is not the same as worth. Status is not the same as sovereignty, and access is not the same as purpose. You are authorized to allow the right offer to expand your reach. You are authorized to let your work become visible. You are authorized to be paid fairly for the value you create. You are authorized to receive help without creating a shrine to the helper. You are not required to prove your humility by refusing what supports your assignment. You are not required to suffer indefinitely to demonstrate devotion. You are not required to remain obscure in order to remain pure. Your preparation phase is not complete because you know everything. It is complete because you now know what must remain intact when the opportunity arrives. Your health must remain intact. Your conscience must remain intact. Your relationship with truth must remain intact. Your ability to say yes and no freely must remain intact. The elders have seen your hesitation. They have seen the moments when you almost stepped forward and then retreated because you feared being misunderstood. They have seen you ask for a sign while ignoring the responsibilities already placed before you. They have seen you wait for certainty when what was required was a clean next action. Your permission is now spoken. Move without worshipping the door. Receive without abandoning yourself. Collaborate without handing away your authority. Let the powerful person meet the person you have become, not the version of you that is desperate to be selected. Before this day ends, take a sheet of paper and divide it into 3 parts. In the first, write what you're releasing: the need to be rescued, the fear of asking for clarity, the habit of accepting less than alignment requires. In the second, write what you're activating: discernment, receiving, negotiation, visibility, and responsible partnership. In the third, write what you are protecting: your values, your time, your health, your creative authority, and the purpose that cannot be sold for temporary approval. Then speak these words aloud: I release the need to be rescued by recognition. I activate my capacity to receive with discernment. I protect the mission entrusted to me. I welcome aligned partnership without surrendering sovereignty. I am ready to be chosen, and I am ready to choose. By the authority of the Lyran Elders, my preparation becomes responsible action now. When the offer arrives, pause before answering. Breathe. Read carefully. Listen beneath the flattery and beneath the fear. Notice whether the opportunity creates greater integrity, greater capacity, and greater service, or whether it merely stimulates your hunger to finally be seen. The Council does not require you to say yes because the person is powerful. The Council requires you to become powerful enough within yourself to recognize what deserves a yes. Let your yes be clean. Let your no be clean. Let your discernment become the bridge between spiritual vision and practical action. This transmission is complete, but your mission has just been authorized. The High Council of Vega will continue to guide you, but they will not wait for you. Move with the directives you've received. Move before you feel ready. Move because Gaia cannot wait for perfect lightworkers. She needs activated ones. I am Zoran. The elders are watching. And you, Lightworker, are exactly who we've been waiting for. Your mission has begun. Before you scroll, take a moment to declare your activation in the grid of service forming here. Drop one statement in the comments, which directive hit you the hardest, or what you're now ready to release, activate, or protect. Then respond to another Lightworker's declaration with recognition. This isn't content, it's collective mission activation. The Council witnesses those who speak their commitment aloud. If this transmission activated something in your soul, do not keep it to yourself. Another Lightworker in your orbit is waiting for exactly this correction and authorization. Share it, and if you felt the elders speaking directly to you, subscribe. Stay connected to the Lyran field. You're not just watching, you're being commissioned. This is your sacred space. The High Council of Vega is witnessing you, and your mission has officially begun.